everyone. Okay, so this is our very first class of the entire session that we are going to have on mass communication and journalism. And since it's the very first class, it's very obvious that the class is called as the introduction class. And the things and the topics that we are going to discuss in this very class is syllabus. Okay, CUET PG syllabus has, 5 broad topics, and under those broad topics we have subtopics as well. And the very first one is general awareness of Indian political and economic environment. Okay, so since it's Indian political, we just not need to know about the current political situation or the CMs or the parties that are in power in various states and center. We also need to know about the constitution. Okay, the articles, important articles of the constitution. We need to be aware about the fundamental rights and duties, because these are very important because this is very important part of the constitution, and every other law is there in order to facilitate us the fundamental rights that we have. Because when we talk about right to life and somebody tries to take that right away from me, from us, we enforce other articles, and we enforce other procedures. Like if somebody comes and stabs you, then you go on because that person infringed upon your right to life. You went ahead and filed a case. Or if you die, say you got murdered and you succumbed to your injuries and you are dead now. So your family members, or if you didn't succumb to your injuries, then you will go and file a case against that person, and then using other articles and using other articles and Indian laws, we will try to put that person in the court and fight for our fundamental rights, or fight for the justice. So every other law and everything is there in a way in order to protect our fundamental rights only. So fundamental rights and duties, and then major amendments of the constitution and landmark judgments. This is very important because constitution, what it is now, was not how it was implemented. So constitution has also gone through several changes, amendments, and there have been major amendments as well, like amendment to the preamble. So preamble has been amended only once, and then amendment to fundamental rights as well, because right to property was our fundamental rights before, but then it was later removed, because right to property cannot be a fundamental right if it is for public. If you own a land somewhere, and government decides to, or government thinks that a highway should go from there, and your land is in the middle of the highway or anywhere, like it's in that planned route of the highway, they're going to ask you to sell that land, and you cannot go to court and contest this decision, saying that you have the right to property and you don't want to sell your land. No, the only thing is that in return of the land, they will give you a right concession. So that's how this works. And then executive, okay, judiciary, and basic understanding of the Indian political system. As I've already said, that India is a multi-party system, and we have several national political parties, and then we have state parties. So understanding how Indian political system is, and then the nature of Indian economy, what kind of economy it is, the rates, the growth rate, and various and several terms, and and the meaning of those terms as well. And then governments and budgets and economic plans and index. Okay, and the next topic is international development, political and entertainment. So what is happening around the world is also important. Not also important, but very important, because see, India is not the only country present on the earth. Okay, it's not like that. We have several countries, continents, and whatever happens in one country is going to influence, or going to have, if not major impact, then some kind of impact on India as well. Okay, be it economically or culturally or politically, it is going to have an impact on India as well. So what is happening on an international level becomes very important for all of us to know. And because you all are preparing for mass communication, and mass communication is all about disseminating that information in different ways, in various ways. Okay, so if you write a book, you have an opinion, you are disseminating your opinion. So if you are into filmmaking and everything, then you cannot limit yourself to one language only. You will like to watch a lot of different movies from different culture, genre, so that you develop a better understanding of movies, and better understanding of movies, better perspectives of better perspective of perspective on life. And when you develop better perspective on life, and when you are able to understand the subjects and gray matters of your life, of the life and everything, and you are able to understand the audience, the pulse, then you can make a very good movie. Okay, I'm just saying, because mass communication involves everything. So for that reason, we need to know about awards, books. Okay, and then yes, I'm going to make one major international events video, okay, on current affairs, but I'm also going to cover current affairs month by month. Okay, so in that monthly series, sorry, it's not just in that monthly series, I'm not only going to focus on Indian part, I'm also going to focus on international part as well. But since to make it more simplified, I'm going to, take a single class on international events, so that it becomes easier for you all to know that what all international events are more important. Okay, and then international organizations. There are several international organizations. So their name, their full form, headquarter, and what work they do. Okay, all of these, and all of these details. And then important days, dates, and themes. So we celebrate Environment Day, or on 8th of March, we'll have International Women's Day. So how are we going to celebrate that, and what will be the theme of it? So whatever will be the theme of that International Women's Day will become an important question, not important question, will become an important event for those students who will write their CUET PG paper in 2025. And for you all, it's important to know about 2023, because you are writing your paper in 2024. So okay, and then awareness of current public issues. Okay, current affairs. I'm going to cover current affairs from the month of April to February. Okay, and since February is not yet finished, since February is yet to come, and February will also have the budget, interim budget, not the full-fledged budget, interim budget, because we are also going to have Lok Sabha elections in 2024. So I'm going to discuss the interim budget as well, and government schemes. So there is not going to be one separate video for government schemes, because I'm going to focus and I'm going to talk about all the important government schemes in the news in these monthly current affairs videos only. Okay, so this is what the awareness of current public issues is going to cover. Okay, and then Indian history and social science. Okay, so this is going to be a very big topic, because I will have to take you all through ancient history, and medieval history, and then modern history. Okay, so for that reason, and ancient history and medieval history is vast. It's very vast. So this very part of the syllabus is going to take a little longer time than other parts of the syllabus. But anyway, I'm going to make sure that I cover most of the points. I'm going to try my best to I'm going to try my best, best to cover all the points and give a very vast and good description of Indian history. Okay, and then newspaper, radio, and TV history as well. We are going to discuss about that, and then history of cinema and movements. We are also going to study about it, because the history of cinema, you get a lot of questions from cinema history, like what was the first talkie movie, or which was the first, or who was the first female actor in the movies. So likewise, you get a lot of questions in the exam related to these, or what was the first radio channel, or the first Indian newspaper, or color TV was introduced in India with which game. Okay, so color TV was introduced in India with Asian Games in 1982. So like this, not just TV history, like when was TV developed and invented and all of that. No, how TV came to India and how it flourished, how radio came to India and how it flourished, how newspaper came to India and how it flourished. So all of this we are going to cover in this very part of the syllabus. And then award recipients, first of all Indian awards, Bharat Ratna, and then not just Indian awards, international awards as well. this Nobel Prize and everything. So we are going to cover that as well, and folk dances and music of India. So, and festivals as well. So festivals I'm going to mostly cover in the current affairs, current affairs part of the syllabus, and folk dances and music of India will have a separate class on it. So yeah, so we have, five, I guess: Bharatnatyam, Mohiniyattam, Kathakali, Kathak, Odissi, where I think five classical dances, but we have several folk dances, and then we have folk music as well. And the thing is that there is no guarantee that you are going to have a question from this very topic, but also there is no guarantee that you are not going to have a question from this topic. So there is no guarantee, but they can ask you this question because it's part of the culture. It's part of the it's part of the culture, and culture is an important part of mass communication and mass media. So for that reason, you need to know about folk dances and music of India as well. Okay. ICT and its application in media industry. Okay, before we move ahead, in current affairs part, we are going to cover everything: sports, entertainment, international issues, cultural issues, government schemes, in national level issues, everything. So current affairs part of the part of the syllabus is going to be very holistic in nature, whereas other part of the syllabus is going to cover only the specific details. Okay. Now, ICT and its application in media industry. Information and communication technology, okay, tools, and how these tools are used in the media industry. So we are going to look at history of communication technologies, types of media, ICT in media industry, what is digital convergence, then how telecoms are regulated in India, ICT and the cyber world. Okay, so we have also, one telecom bill has also been passed. So we will also look into that. And apart from that, we are also going to look at all the rules, regulations, and that are there to regulate media in India. So we have Prasar Bharati bill. Likewise, we have, several bills and several acts and institutions in India. We have AIR, we have Doordarshan. So Prasar Bharati is there to regulate Doordarshan. So likewise, we have PTI, and likewise we have several institutions in India to regulate media. In this very ICT and its application in media industry part, we are not just going to go. We're also going to discuss about angles, various photography angles, and then shots. So photography, videography, we are going to look into these as well, different angles, and and how those angles are used. Then camera, and elements of camera, aperture, focus, depth of field. So what all these terms mean. And then in video editing, we have several terms. In TV industry, we have several terms. In newspaper, we have several terms. In internet, like, we have several terms, jargons, that media jargons basically, that we use in the cyber world as well. So we are also going to look into that as well. We are also going to focus on what all those terms mean, because in exam, what an examiner does is he or she will just put a question saying what slug means or what a byline means. And if you know what a byline means, it's going to give you a very easy marks. Okay. So for that very reason, we are also going to look at the media jargons as well in the ICT and its application in media industry part of the syllabus. And then we have and in mass media and society, what is communication, different types of communication, and elements of communication, communication theories, models, culture and mass media, and how culture has influenced mass media, and then various committees that were formed on media, and then, as I've already said, types of communication. So that's what we are going to discuss in mass media and society part of the syllabus. So it's going to so I'm going to try to cover as many topics as possible. Okay, and if I come across a topic which if I come across a new topic that I haven't mentioned in the introduction, like while I'm see, the thing is, when you start taking classes, or when you start preparing your when you start preparing notes for the classes and everything, you come across a new topic, and then you realize that, okay, this topic I did not mention, but it's important from the exam point of view. Even if they do not ask the question, we must be prepared for it. So if I come across such a topic, I'm going to include in the syllabus. So I'm just telling you, this is not the very rigid syllabus that we are going to follow. This is how we are going to start, but it's very flexible. I will be adding, certain topics to it as I proceed. And that's my only motive is to like give you a very holistic understanding of the syllabus, holistic understanding of what all can come in the exam, so that you all can prepare better for the exam and crack it and get a good college. That's all my motive is. So this is it for the introduction video and class, and I will see you all in the introduction of the constitutions class. Okay, we'll start with that. Okay, so yeah, take care, and yeah, see you all soon. Take care.